Welcome to another edition of Super NintendO'Mealy. I am Chris. My journey to play every Super Nintendo game ever made, well, in North America anyway, takes me to the 11th episode. And Dan, first off, how are you?
Well, how you doing, bud?
How you doing there, bud? God, what game am I going to play first?
Raiden Trad? Or
Is it
Raiden Trad?
Raiden Trad? I've never even heard of it. It's from Toei Animation. It's gonna be anime. It's gonna be anime.
It is the home version of Raiden. So.
Okay.
The year is 2090 AD in reaction to centuries of war and international strife with people of
Oh
Earth.
no.
United under a world-allied government established what was thought to be a lasting world peace.
Well, haven't played one of these before.
Being facetious, of course.
Of course.
Being facetious.
Alright, so I can continue easy enough. That's fine. Apparently this is another one of those hold the trigger games.
Just always be triggering.
Honestly, it kind of sucks in a way, because I always feel like there's not a lot of strategy to these games. It's exactly what it is. It's bullet hell.
Gotta be where the bullets ain't.
This was an extremely popular genre of game on the Super Nintendo, for sure. I think I got 2 continues out of that.
Well, this point in time where arcade games were almost on par for the home console.
Yeah.
So, you get all these arcade shooters that are, quarter killers, and we just convert them to Super Nintendo or the Genesis.
That was a pretty good power-up, too.
Pretty good. You're doing better than you have in any of these games before, so...
Not really.
You got that going for you.
I just think, honestly, I don't really think the genre is that fun. You know how, like, the beat-em-up genre can get very, very repetitive, but every now and again you find a game that's just friggin' gold? Like the Ninja Turtles games, the Cowabunga collection that you and I have both been enjoying, replaying those old arcade games. Simpsons Arcade, things like that. With these games, I just feel like they're very, very rinse and repeat. And honestly, I don't think they're a lot of fun. But let's try another game. What's the next one on the list?
Our next game is Super Adventure Island.
Now, I had the original Adventure Island on the OG NES. So I imagine this will be relatively similar.
But this one's super.
Well, of course.
Thanks for asking.
Of course. It's part of the gimmick. Oh. Just turned her to stone. Little Wizrobe up there. Or Kamek, because it's riding a broom. It's the ultimate revenge story. You turned my girl to stone.
Hey, 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 it's like being stoned. Be with you, girl.
Oh,
Like
so you can't jump on enemies. Okay.
You feel like you're super adventuring this island?
Maybe. We'll find out.
And I'm out. I'm playing some Fall Guys.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did my guy win? Nope. Oh.
What are you listening to?
Yeah, we're talking football. I'm putting on the football game on my tablet, and I forgot I had turned up the volume on it. So I just turned it back down.
Oi! I just boomeranged him.
You boomeranged him? Yeah, I think like this game is like it's cutesy, but like I don't like the way it looks. Like I don't like the scaling that it looks like. You know, like your character, like your character's like chibi or whatever.
So I wonder what that
Like-
status bar up there is for, because it keeps going down. I'm assuming that's some kind of a health bar. And if I take too... Well, no, it seemed like it was a one-hit kill.
Okay, I don't like how the character looks.
Oh!
I think it's like an energy thing, maybe? I don't know.
It might be.
It doesn't look like the character like fits in the game, you know?
So every time you die, you lose your weapon entirely. One-hit kills.
So, like super ghouls and ghosts.
This means you gotta be much more careful and plan everything accordingly. But eventually you kind of just start to get the hang of it. I do kind of like that, the fact that I actually got the boomerang there twice. It actually upgraded my weapon instead of doing the stupid downgrade thing that some of these games do. And I'm just collecting
Also-
lots of fruit.
Are you like a caveman, or are you like somebody who's stuck on this island and you say you have a hat?
I think you're kind of an island boy.
We're the island boys!
One-hit kills are unfortunate, but...
It's the island boys! There's a new event thing happening in Fall Guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a Hatsune Miku event. I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
It's like some anime girl musician, I guess.
Well, we should ask our buddy Matt. The Fiend, he'll know. He's an anime guy. Okay. So I can jump higher if I'm moving forward, but just standing still, your jump sucks.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, I've been critical of a couple of these games for their controls specifically. Going back to that Addams Family game that we played the other day, my big complaint with that was the controls. It seemed like a pretty easy pick-up-and-play platformer, and in a lot of ways it was. But the controls were very, very slippery. In this game, the controls are just a little wonky. And I'm worried that's going to ruin my overall enjoyment of the game. It might, and it might not. you know, I don't know yet. I like that dragonflies as a weapon. Although it is easy to dodge some enemies, which does help. And it looks like most of the enemies die in one hit. So that is working to my advantage, too. I do remember liking Adventure Island on the NES, but I also remember it was kind of hard and sometimes very obnoxious. Ah, yes. The lava level. I'm also trying to remember which oh god, I didn't even see that. I'm trying to remember which Adventure Island game I actually had. I think it was Adventure Island 2. That sounds right.
They made 2 of them?
Yes. There was an Adventure Island 2, and I know, because I already looked at the game list when I pulled this one up, there is a Super Adventure Island 2, so there will be a sequel down the line.
A squeakquel, if you will?
Yeah, if you will, yes. Jeez, that's a lot of things right there. Nope. Can't touch the rocks. Or you die. This game is very generous with the weapons, which is great, because you're pretty much dead without it. So I do appreciate the fact that there's a weapon after every checkpoint.
Is that what you appreciate?
Well, it's also kind of a funny design choice, because you're basically admitting I can't do the game without a weapon, but you take the weapon away from me every time I die. Ugh. And this is my last credit, so once I die here, I'm done. I only made it to World 1-3. What a poor performance. But like with all of these games, they all have the same thing in common. They don't have a lot of save points in these older games, but you just get a little bit better every time you play. And Dan, I think you would agree that controls will make or break a game.
Yep.
Every time.
No matter how good your story is, how good it looks. If it plays like shit.
If it's not really playable, then it immediately stops being fun. Ah, I thought I got that guy. And I didn't. Ooh! That time I just missed and went right in the lava.
Floor is made of lava.
Does the Adventure Island hero have a name, Dan?
Let's look it up. Super Adventure Island, eh?
This is a game that I think they were trying to make a franchise out of, because there are multiple Adventure Islands. So they clearly wanted the Adventure Island series to be a thing. God, these little bouncing things are what did me in. How unfortunate.
Over the course of his adventures, Master Higgins managed to maintain peace.
If you had given me 1,000 guesses, I don't think I ever would have figured that out.
Maintain the peace and tranquility over his home. the mystical Adventure Island, and even earned the love and support of the local Miss Jungle, the lovely Tina, erroneously called Genie Jungle in English materials. At nighttime, the young hero was quietly enjoying a well-deserved rest with his grateful girlfriend, Tina, loyally leaning on his side atop a treetop, said to be stargazing in the English manual. When the warmth of Tina's soft touch suddenly becomes a chilling coldness, he turns around and is shocked to find that the evil sorcerer, Dark Cloak, has used a spell to turn Tina into a stone statue for eternity.
For eternity, okay.
Dark Cloak retreats to the legendary ice mountain across the sea, and Higgins resolves to defeat the wicked sorcerer in order to restore her to life. The player controls Higgins as he travels his way through 5 stages with 4 areas each. The first 3 areas in each stage has Higgins fighting his way through an obstacle course, fighting many traps and enemies in order to reach the goal. The final area in such stage consists of a boss battle. Excuse me.
So I'm not actually playing this game at the moment. I'm just kind of getting through the title screen here. Oh, I'm a robot. Dude, did I just Megazord up?
You doing Xardion now?
Yeah, we're doing Xardion now. I died. I lost all my lives. I'm a big ol' robot.
You are a robot.
Ah! Don't you shoot that green shit at me.
You not just shoot that green shit at me.
This game is absolutely taking advantage of the SNES graphic capabilities, though. So, credit where credit's due.
Got the Mode 7 background going.
Hell yeah, it does. Got the spitter dinosaurs here. Your duck is kind of pathetic, but it does avoid the projectiles, which is what a duck feature in a video game is supposed to do, by the way. If your character has the ability to duck in a video game, and it's not going to actually dodge anything by ducking, then the duck is absolutely, completely, utterly useless. I want that power-up. But you can't just fall through the little things. There we go. Oh, I hate games with leaps of faith. Okay. Also, I just realized I do have an ammo limit. While it is full right now, it does make me wonder if I'm going to be completely screwed down the line here. Ouch. Oh, is that how it's gonna be? So I did read the little prologue dealie here. Seems like a relatively in-depth story for old Battle Robo here.
Battle Robo.
Transport switches at the end of the tunnel. Hello, robot. Well, their base has been invaded by all kinds of monsters.
Hell is that?
It's arms.
You're getting it snatch.
Ooh, I blew up. The ocean sphere. It's one of these games. You die and you go all the way back. all the way back. So that is something I am judging a lot of these games on, is the fact that there are a lot of factors that, in my opinion, could make the game a lot better. So let's talk about the most important factors that go into making a good game. Number one, I think we've discussed this before, controls are absolutely first and foremost. Can't play the game, then there's no point in even having the discussion about it. I think the next factor that would come in would have to be the challenge. The fairness challenge. Make the game too easy, and it's going to be boring. Make the game too hard, and it's going to be frustrating. After that is when some of the other factors start to come into play. The graphics, the sound, and the storyline, too. That's another thing. Games don't necessarily need complex storylines to be fun. Look at a game like Space Invaders or Pac-Man, those old arcade classics. They don't have much in the way of story, but they're fun, right?
Indubitably.
Yeah, that spitting noise is actually really obnoxious.
Spitting on you?
Spitting on me, bruh. Spitting that green slime at me.
You did not shoot that green shit at me.
Yeah, except he did. So what this game has going for it is that while the robot does feel very clunky, I also think that's part of the point. It's a giant robot.
Away, the robot.
But so far, the challenge has been more than fair. It's ARMS again. Isn't that a game on the Switch? So the big thing here is to stay out of, well, arm's reach. And now that I figured that out, here's the perfect place to stand. I can get my shots in. Oh, gotta watch that one. That one's a homer. Okay. Oop, got hit again. Alright, so this one I just gotta be patient for. Oh, and then he's really doing the grabby dealy here. This doesn't seem to be a good safe place. Also, the enemy doesn't have a life bar, so I don't actually know how I'm doing. But I'm taking a lot of damage. So I wonder if this is like the actual like big bad in the game, ARMS, and this is just like that test fight where you fight it the one time and it only gets harder from there.
Maybe.
I don't know how to dodge that. There doesn't appear to be a place to dodge once the big arms come out. And I have a feeling that that's it. Because if I start over again, I'm going to call it. Man, that's 3 games down, and we've barely scratched the surface today. I got a golf game up, right?
True Golf Classics, Pebble Beach Golf Links. So you can see if you can go right to number 17.
That's the hole, right?
That is the hole.
Now, when I played this, the last True Golf Classics that I played, I think I ended up liking it. It had easy-to-follow controls. All right, here we go. We're at Pebble Beach. So have I played more golf games or more bullet hell games at this point?
I have no idea.
I hit a tree.
I got a rock.
107 yards. Alright. We'll have to aim just a little bit more. I don't want to hit the house. Wow, that was weak. Jeez, the second you miss, it's just down.
Yeah.
11 yards. Good God. What's even the point? Pretty sure in the last game, trees weren't even an obstacle, and now they're actually factoring in. Which is cool and also realistic. But also, damn. I need to get around these damn trees. That should actually be a relatively good hit there. Oh, I hit way over. I gotta pay attention to how far away the hole is. I'm 19 yards, so I don't want to kill it.
$13 miles per hour.
Nah, hit it way too hard. Way too hard. 35 yards. Screw this, I'm putting from here.
Putting?
Oh god, 2 feet. This is embarrassing. Oh, come
Mr.
on.
Obi-Wan. Lost planet he did. How embarrassing. Did he just like pop up on the screen to tell you you suck?
Pretty much, yeah. To be fair, he's not wrong.
To be fair.
I'm actually quite bad at this game. I'm bad at a lot of these old golf games. I mean, it's taking me 11 strokes to get into the damn hole.
We should see if one of the because one of the PGA games was free once upon a time, but I wonder if it's on regular plus. Play that.
I wonder what some of the really modern golf games kind of feel like.
They've kind of been the same for about 20 years now. You use your stick to pull back and push through.
Which is cool.
Because I played a lot of golf, Tiger Woods golf in college in Minnesota. Because somebody like brought their their Xbox
Mm-hmm.
to school, and everyone was only playing Halo. And my roommate was like, "F this! Next time I go home, I'm bringing my Tiger Woods with me.
There you go.
Play something else than Halo."
You liked Halo, though, right?
Yeah, Halo was good, but it was like the only thing that was getting played. Was the issue.
That makes sense. I mean,
And only two people got to play it at a time. So, but with the golf, we could have 4 of us doing it.
And that makes a big difference, too.
And I ended up being like one of the best in the dorm.
Just rocking that golf swing there, Dan. Love it. Ugh. Cancel. Cancel.
Abort. Retry. Fail.
They have a cancel option, but it doesn't work.
I bet you it only works before you try to shoot.
Probably. Alright, it's 111 yards, so I don't want to go crazy here. Should I use an open face club? The sand wedge?
The sand wedge?
Open face club, sand wedge. Very underrated and underappreciated Simpsons joke, by the way.
I mean, there's an old Popeye episode where he ends up in a bunch of sand and he's like, well, I got sand. Now I gotta find a witch to get a sandwich.
Sweet approach. Thanks.
Thanks, Casey.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. 44 feet.
Is that Asune Miko?
So I want to get about there. Huh. Said I had a max of 100 feet, but I only hit it 25. Oh well.
What? I don't know. It's like games like this. They might be better on a different controller, or they might be better with slightly more graphics power. You know?
Yeah, you never know.
Like, how many games have you played that would have been great if you had a stick instead of a D-pad?
Specifically these? Oh, come on!
I would say like maybe a third to a half of the games you played would be better with a stick.
This would definitely be a good D-stick type game. Oh, for God's sake. I wish you could just, at this point, just skip it and be like, look, I've cut my losses. This is my 10th stroke. Can we just move on?
Most games used to make you move on after a certain point.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice?
This also used to be where I'd suck at the Wii Golf, too, was when we would get to the putting part. The putting is always where I would mess up. Which is funny, because I'm actually pretty decent at mini golf. So I wonder why this is where I'm having the issue. Alright.
Should look and see if there's one of the newer golf games is there. And we can play it on Saturday.
So I had an idea for some future multiplayer madness for people who have the N64 hookup. We should get a Mario Kart 64 battle mode going.
Yeah, I think just doing a Grand Prix would be cool.
Yeah, but I don't think you can do a Grand Prix with 4 people. I think you can only do a Grand Prix with 2.
No, you can set up like a public Grand Prix and you can have up to hundreds. Because they rotate who is in each race group.
Okay.
Every few races.
Now, I was talking about 64, not the...
Oh, 64, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the expansion pass. I asked for it though.
I actually thought you did.
No, I don't have the expansion pass.
What's the max I can get on this? 110? So I want to hit it, but I also don't want to hit it.
I asked for it for my birthday / Christmas.
Oh,
because that's officially started. We have a great aunt that puts everyone's name in a hat and pulls them for everybody.
Nice.
It is nice because instead of giving like everybody a $30 present, it's give one person a $150 present. You know.
That's twice I've overshot completely. Well, maybe your dream will come true, sir. Yeah, Casey. Wasn't planning on giving up, but alright. At least in this game, the putting is all based on power, and I don't have to actually aim it. Because I used to mess those up so bad, especially in Wii Golf. Well, that was my best one so far. Still not good, but the best one so far. At least this time the wind's not being too much of a jerk. That was almost perfect. Almost.
It is windy, eh? No, it's not. It's 4 to the left.
4 miles, yeah. Not too bad.
Is there a way for you to select a specific hole? Or do you have to play straight through?
I don't think this game had the selection option that the last one I played had, which is slightly disappointing.
Because you're not going to get to 17.
I mean, I could get there, but not anytime soon. I'm not any good at this.
Thanks, Casey. We had fancy ramen for dinner, like real ramen. Not Maruchan or Ichiban.
Nice. I got a birdie. So I went from plus 12 to a birdie in 4 holes.
Wow, you got a birdie. So you're getting better, eh? No, it's that's not how golf works. That's not how golf works. You don't get better like that. You just... Because every hole is different, and every time you approach a hole can be different too. So
weren't we just talking about that? How we said like, you know, anybody who's ever gotten a genuine hole-in-one, and you're like, yeah, if you play a lot of golf, eventually everybody agrees that you're just gonna get one.
Pretty much.
Oh God. There really isn't a way to cancel that, huh? That's so unfortunate. Too bad that wasn't my first shot.
I'm behind this week on shows. I've only seen She-Hulk. Which even came out today. But that's the one that's, 20, 25 minutes or whatever.
Right.
I haven't watched anything else, not even Rick and Morty.
I'm caught up on Andor.
Yeah, I haven't even started that. Was the first 2 episodes?
So last night, 3. Last night I realized that it was out, and I was like, well, guess I'm not going to bed on time tonight. I just laid in bed with my iPad and just watched it. Watched all 3 episodes. So good. Not what I was expecting it to be. Not a bad thing, though.
I saw it's like Diego Luna says he's done with the character, and I'm like, yeah, I would hope so.
Well, like
a movie and now like a long series, like a relatively long series, right?
And we also know what happens to him in the movie. Not like that's a secret. So there's only so much of his story they can tell.
I don't like people, and one of our good friends is one of those people that are like, I can't get into the story because I know he dies. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, I saw one of those. I'm not going to say who it was from because I really liked the person, but I was very annoyed when I read that.
Yep.
Well, I can't get into it because I know what happens to him. You know what? I know what happens to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I still got super into that series.
Guess what? Anything can happen to them except for permanent death. You know, like, you can
There's still going to be drama.
You can really fuck someone up.
Yeah, you can. You are
physically, mentally, and emotionally
100% correct on that one. My phone be blowing up.
Oh, yeah?
I'm playing Super Nintendo, guys. Come on now.
Don't you know that?
At least you can watch. That'd be cool.
You're not usually playing.
155 yards away. Yes, today, well, there was no stream from me yesterday, but that's because I was asked to close. My boss just plain forgot to schedule a closer.
I remember one time at GameStop, the Chronos didn't have...
Oh, God, you used Chronos?
Yeah, they used Chronos at GameStop. Back in 2007 at least.
Yeah.
Chronos was like, oh, yeah, so... Like, normally we closed at 6 on Sunday, but Chronos decided, like, we would only be open for an hour that day. We would only be open from 12 to 1.
That's funny.
It didn't schedule anyone past 1 o'clock.
That's funny.
So we had to go in and change it,
And then we have to manually change everybody's schedule.
Yeah.
Yep.
I worked like 2 Sundays, that's all. You know what I always worked when I was at GameStop? Friday night. Which has got to be the second most busy.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, the thing is, one of my least favorite things that has always happened to me at several jobs I've worked at, this was prevalent in the warehouse, happened at Disney, and it definitely happened at the hotel. I would work the crappier shifts because I was the better employee. And I always
that was it. That's like, that means that they like you and trust you in
you can handle
the big
this.
moments.
Yeah. And I'm not
I enjoy that, but I could also would enjoy a light Monday afternoon shift.
I am not going to say any names in case anybody's watching, but this did happen at my current job. Somebody who is absolutely not good at what they do for a while had the best schedule in the department, and I hated it. Hated it. They got to leave every day at 5 o'clock and do the easiest job because they were not good enough to do the actual job they were hired for.
Yep.
Hated it. And I'm really, really sorry if any of y'all are watching and I just said that out loud, but you know what?
and you just realized, oh wait, that's me and my job, even if you're not the person he's talking about. I love my job. They never schedule me for the times where there's a million people there.
If I'm not talking about you, but you think I'm talking about you, then that means that what I said applies to you. Case in point, a certain friend of ours, who I will not name, got very, very upset when I was talking about how sick and tired I was of racist people complaining about the Black Mermaid. And that person decided to take it personally, despite the fact that it was not directed at them. And I said, do you understand what that says about you? Like, do you legitimately understand what that says about you? What that says is that you were intending that to be racist. You took it personally. Because if you had said it without meaning a racial connotation, then you would have ignored the comment. And if I said, you're a racist piece of shit, and you took that personally, what does that say about you? And if anybody wants to try to correct me on that, I welcome it. I can't believe I'm just playing through 7 holes on this game now. So once you get the hang of the game, the True Golf Classic series is a lot of fun. And I think I said that when I did the Wildlife. Was Wildlife what we played?
Yes.
Was that the first True Golf? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing. You get the hang of it, you finally start getting a rhythm down, and the game becomes pretty darn fun for a golf game.
Look, I'm on my PS5 right now. Let me look and see what there's.
I know there are golf games too, because I've been browsing through the whole library looking for stuff to play.
PlayStation Plus Premium Game Catalog. Alright, let's see. Because I already have like 2 or 3 from different things, you know.
Right.
From getting it free through PS Plus or whatever. Let's go with release. No, let's go in alphabetical order, okay? Let's go to P's. Oh, these are not. This is recently added. Fuck off. Give me the actual catalog. It's just the games that got added.
Dan, it's time to use the Sand Wedge.
Oh. Open Face Club. Sand Wedge. Where am I?
I hit it a little harder than I meant to, but I did get it out of the sand, so.
When you're on a big list of things and you hold down for like 5 seconds and you're in the F's. And like,
right?
Shit, dude.
Like, I still got quite a bit to go here.
PGA Tour 2K21 is available.
Okay. How do the PGA Tour games rank as far as golf games go? Are they well reviewed?
I mean, it's the modern realistic golf game.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, there are still some franchises out there, and I'm pretty sure PGA is one of the better reviewed ones. So to me, it sounds like it would be
real. Everything else is either cartoony or...
Yeah. Well, the Mario golf games are supposed to be a ton of fun, and I've never played them before.
So yeah, grab PGA Tour 2K21 and we can play that.
Okay. I'd be down for that. I'll try a modern golf game. This is one of those games where I'm always going to be better at it in a video game than I will ever be actually going out onto the links.
I'll take it easy on you. Not really.
I'm sure you'll be expert at it.
I haven't played it forever.
Alright, Dan, I say I play one more hole and at least do halfway. What do you say?
Well, I mean, you're in the 9. You're at, where are you now? 9?
I'm at the 9th. I'm not going to go any further than that, though.
You gotta get to 17.
The problem with golf games is they get repetitive, bruh.
That's why when you get to like a bunch of real courses, you know. Although this is a real course in this game.
Well, yeah.
All right, I am downloading PGA 2K21.
I get what you're saying, though.
Do I have drift on my PS5 controller? A little bit.
Do they get drift?
I mean, everything does eventually, you know? With enough use.
At least the good news is, for a controller, you know, you can still find it.
Well, here's the thing, is like... This is actually pretty good, because I've had this for almost 2 years now. I remember having to like take 360 controllers apart and move parts between controllers to make one good controller instead of a half good controller, two half good
That's
controllers.
not tedious at all.
I actually enjoyed doing it, but it also took like they had like a special screws called Torx, and you had to get a special screwdriver TRX to open the controller up. It has like it's like a screw with like a locking thing on it. Essentially, the screwdriver has to have a hole in it to take a little bit of a piece of metal inside of it for you to turn the screw.
Okay.
As opposed to, your regular screwdrivers flat or, whatever. It wouldn't be able to get into the screw head.
All right, Dan, should we play the final game, Contra 3, The Alien Wars?
The Alien Wars.
Should I do the code?
Go for it. Up, down, left, right, right, B-A, start.
Up, down, left, right, B-A, start.
Did you hear anything?
No.
I don't know when you're supposed to.
Now this is what I call bullet hell.
The one just didn't work. It says you have 2 lives.
So maybe I only have 2 lives. So what? Everybody knows Contra's a hard game and it's going to take multiple playthroughs. You get a little better each game.
You only live twice, my friend.
You get a little better each time. For the most part, you just suck at it. And then you play again. You wonder if the Konami code actually works on this.
It should.
I mean, I'm assuming it does, but... This is another perfect example of a game that I know is going to get a high ranking for me, despite the fact that I'm not that good at it. Well, yeah, because it has nothing to do with the difficulty of the game is legendary. But the game is fair and fun, despite the fact that it is very, very difficult. The real problem I'm having is watching the projectiles from behind. That is, and the dog that I didn't see. But I've gotten a little further each time. Damn, the dog gets me every time. I can't figure out how to get it. I wonder if you can't kill the dog. If that's just a jump and dodge.
5 Ds of dodgeball. Somebody just grabbed me in Fall Guys would actually save my life.
Trying to dodge the dog.
Because he's in the background. Right?
Yeah, so I don't see him until he comes out. Ah! There's an endless barrage of enemies there.
There's a barrage of enemies.
Why these games gotta be so hard, man? I also didn't check the options mode to see if there was an easier mode, And if I'm just screwing myself right now by playing it on the hardest mode and just getting my ass kicked because I'm not good at these games. I've only beaten the arcade Contra one time, and I did it with a friend and the Konami code. Yes, we won, but we did so with the Konami code.
There you go, blow that shit up.
Ah, it sucks when you make it to the end and then you die. Alright, let's see if we can actually try the Konami code out. Alright. First of all, let's go to options. Do I have to do it on the options menu? Oh. I could do that too. I'll give myself 7 lives and I'll set it to easy and see how badly I still get destroyed. This is a game that's much easier with a friend. So what's going to be the difference, you think, between this mode and the other mode? More power-ups, less enemies? I haven't noticed a difference yet. It's still bullet hell. There's the dog.
I think they're shooting less often.
Okay, so the dog doesn't come after you. That's one thing that I've noticed immediately. And I am a firm believer that you should play a game on easy difficulty to have fun the first couple of times. And then if you want to up your challenge, up your challenge. Now this is fun.
This potteries.
Just running people over. The music is kick-ass. The sound effects are cool. What more could you possibly want from a Contra game? Floor is lava. Ow. Okay, can't touch that. Oh, jeez. I got a little too shaky on the controls there.
Bird of bullet hell.
Now that was just mean.
Explosion. Haha, you didn't get it. Go into the fire and get it!
No! How do I... Oh, God. I gotta figure out how to get off.
You gotta figure out.
There we go. Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that, you know?
I'm stranded alone at the gas station of love, and I have to use the self-service pump.
Oh, God.
Probably the most risque Weird Al lyric ever.
Yo, Gamera! We got Gamera up in here.
What's with, like, the brain arms?
I just noticed that, too. The brain arms.
I mean, I guess technically all your muscles are like that. But why? Why does it not have flesh?
Why does it look like this?
Playing D&D yesterday, and one of the people cast a spell called Hunger of Hadar, and it's like a 20-foot circle opens up, and there's just darkness and milky white tentacles, and I'm like, why did they have to make them milky?
Yo,
Why are the tentacles milky?
Yo, dog, I heard you like hentai.
Milky white tentacles? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I remember one time we were browsing the old interweb at, in high school, and one of my asshole friends decided to just be like, hey, you want to see something funny? And he puts milky boobs in the search engine and hits enter. And I'm like, well, cool. We totally won't get in trouble for this.
Milky boobs.
Ah. Shitty part was I knew that was coming, and I still couldn't dodge it in time.
We actually got in trouble one time on my classes because we were doing a research thing about WWE's recent being added to the being publicly traded.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people left a picture of Deborah on the screen and left the class.
Now that's funny.
So we all got in trouble. Choose your starting point, sir. Mode 7. Ah, it's the top-down side.
Yep. No! Shoot.
How low can you go? Pork chop.
Nice reference. Just watch that whole series, too. So I'm watching Hey Arnold now, and I'm starting to remember why I used to give up on Hey Arnold a lot around this season. Not only are the episodes just starting to lose their muster, but they've also kind of changed the Arnold character a bit, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, he's suddenly a little meaner, and which is good to give him a little more backbone, but it also kind of ruins the whole point of what Arnold was about.
Hey, move it.
I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to go here.
I think you're just everywhere. And killed everyone. Silence!
I kill you.
Kill you. Kill you. Oh, I kill you. Well, not you, but Donkey Donk Chick.
Let's try a different starting point. Freaking centipedes over here.
alien centipedes.
So do I just continue to kill everybody until the stage is over, or is there a goal here? It's actually a genuine question. I don't know. Like... Centipedes keep spawning out of nowhere.
And all these mines, dude.
I keep forgetting I do actually have a duck feature, which will help me eliminate some of these people. Pew, pew, pew.
Can you only move in that direction like that? You can only face north and shoot north?
Yep.
Thankfully the mines are on a top, like a way.
Like, I can step on the mine?
But you better be away from it in a couple seconds.
Okay, I guess that was it.
Now you got a flamethrower, which doesn't matter because the level's done now. I'll save you, Hatsune Miku. I say,
Ouch.
these are supposed to be glow sticks, but they totally look like small lightsabers.
Oh god, he just started spinning. Went super spinny on me there.
The world's spinning, the world's twisting, the world's twisting, the world's spinning, shit.
Oh god!
That referee.
No! Don't land on me!
Shit, don't land over. Oh,
This is the longest street in the history of streets.
I remember I was told that when I was really young, the family knew a guy that was in the country for something specific to work on something for the university or something. And we were hanging out with him, and he where he's from, every road is called street. There's no boulevard or routes.
It's all streets.
Drive. So whenever we would be like, oh, we're going to this restaurant on Erie Boulevard, and he'd be like, oh, on Erie Boulevard Street. Flamethrower, eh?
Indeed.
Well, you definitely gotten further with 7 lives than 2.
Yeah. Also, I turned the difficulty down. And unlike some of the other games I've played with insane difficulty, I'm having a good time. I mean, hell, easy mode is still hard. But you know what?
It's easier than...
The game, it helps when the game is fun. The controls are super tight, so all the difficulty comes from the actual gameplay. It's really satisfying just shooting everything in sight and killing it.
These weird flying or bug people?
But unlike the bullet hell of those shooter games, it's possible to actually do well at this. Oh. Well, I didn't know I could do that. That's kind of nifty.
Oh, grab a hold of those rotating arms? Yeah. Nifty? What are you? 100?
Just worried that when I kill it, it's gonna drop me.
What are you, 90, 100?
That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
I just think they're neat.
Oh, potatoes? Oh, that was unfortunate. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Potatoes.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. God, that was fun. All right, Dan, pull up the list. Are we ready to do this?
I am shitting.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
My guy is falling.
Would you like me to wait until after you wipe before we figure this out? I am shitting. I am shitting.
Oh, come on. I just got yeeted, but like something glitched.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I didn't get yeeted. I'm trying to get yeeted.
I am sorry.
And I'm being fucked upon.
Good old. So while you're doing that, let's we'll quickly talk about what we got coming up here. October right around the corner. And we are going to do some spooky streams. I've got a couple of games lined up. I've got Last of Us and Days Gone. I have Little Nightmares and a Goosebumps game, which I'm looking forward to playing. And we're going to visit some classics on the NES and possibly Game Boy, depending on if I can find some good horror stuff there. There isn't much going on in the... I'm gonna experiment with Super NintendO'Mealy plus a retro stream and see if I don't necessarily have to suspend Super NintendO'Mealy at all. Because I am having a lot of fun with this and keeping it going. So, let me know when you are ready, Daniel.
Raiden Trad was our first game today.
D tier. God, I've played too many of them at this point, and this wasn't a good one.
Alright, Super Adventure Island.
I'm going to give this one a C tier because I feel like it's got potential, and I just have to try it again.
Xardion was next.
I give that one a C tier as well. It was actually a pretty easy pick up and play game, but it's lacking in the that first boss battle seemed like it was just a little too difficult, and maybe if I could get a better hang of the controls, I'd do a lot better.
All right, True Golf Classics, Pebble Beach.
Well, I gave the first one C tier. I'm going to give this one C tier as well. I did definitely better golf games, but again, it was fun and I was enjoying it. So,
all right, that's a C.
Mm-hmm.
And Contra 3: The Alien Wars.
That, my friend, is an A tier. Contra games are fun. They're like playing a beat 'em up. They're very therapeutic. But my God, is it difficult. Still,
it's a tier.
Really fun. Really, really fun. It is a tier, indeed.
All right. Guys, next week, we're back to Wednesday, and it's time for The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
Now, this is my number one. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera here. This is my number one all-time favorite video game. So, Dan, you could even write S tier on there right now if you really wanted to, because I can already tell you what it's going to be. We will be doing this, and you can go ahead and highlight that in blue as well, because this is going to be a continuation game. So next week, we're going to play it. We'll probably do about 90 minutes of just Zelda. See how far we get. Maybe I'll try to clear the light world in that time. I think I can do that in a 90-minute to 2-hour span. Depending on my schedule, I may announce a 6:30 start time instead of 7, just to get a little bit of extra gameplay in there. But I already know it's my all-time favorite Super Nintendo game, and this will be a long play. We will do a revisit of this one as well. So that'll be next week. It'll be just Zelda. After that, the games on the list, we have Top Gear. I believe that's a racing game. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2. I think it's an RPG, and I think the original was on the NES. More soccer. We have Super Soccer. The Rocketeer is coming up. That might potentially be the next F-tier game, because I've seen the game in action, and I don't think I'm going to have fun. A game called Arcana that I know nothing about. Then Jack Nicklaus Golf. Can Jack compete with True Golf Classics? Which golf game got the B tier again? Let me scroll back up real quick. Because there was one I played where I was like, that was the best. Oh, PGA. It was the PGA game, of course.
The official PGA game.
Game
that was when we were able to select Pebble Beach number 17.
A game called Thunder Spirits, then Super Soccer Champ. So more soccer games coming up. We'll try to make up for that awful soccer game I played last time. Space Football 1-on-1. I'm a little nervous about that one because remember that basketball game I played? That was kind of awful.
Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball? Yes.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Space Football is going to be awful as well. Krusty's Super Funhouse, so we'll get into some Simpsons action pretty soon.
But don't get too excited because they're all bad.
They're not that great. Gary Kitchen's Super Battle Tank War in the Gulf. Say that one 3 times fast.
Kitchen's... I didn't say it fast.
Legend of the Mystical Ninja. That I know was a somewhat franchised game in the early days. Clue, based on the board game. Spanky's Quest. I know that I don't know what a Spanky is.
I'm guessing that's a our gang game.
Yeah.
Little Rascals.
Race Driving. I'm assuming that's a racing game. Then we have Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior. We're not at the good Street Fighter just yet, but we're at a Street Fighter.
Well, Street Fighter 2, yeah.
Yeah, a game called Rampart. And then game number 70 is Super Play Action Football, and that's your long preview there. Well, Dan, I appreciate you joining me. What do you got planned for tomorrow night?
Tomorrow is CKCW, and it's Ladies' Night.
Oh, yeah. What do you got planned for Saturday?
I probably going to do some more Batman Arkham Origins, trying to get through the 4 games before Gotham Knights comes out in a month.
Okay. And then let's start discussing some multiplayer madness outside the podcast, the stream here, and see if we can get some people on board and maybe a little bit of Fall Guys, but maybe we can try something different if we get enough people on board. So
play some PGA if it's just the 2 of us.
Absolutely. And so Dan and I will be back on Saturday night for Multiplayer Madness, and then Sunday join us for another live episode of Chris and Eric Talk. We're gonna bury the Magic Kingdom and tell you what's the best and what's the worst at the old Disney park. Any final words, Dan?
Crumpulous.
That is indeed a word. It's a very cromulent word. We'll see you guys next time for more Super NintendO'Mealy, and stay tuned to Twitch for more Dan streams as well.